right, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Makakodash. All right, double honors to our apostles and our elders at the great millstone. We learn this truth. And peace and many salutations to the elect of the Most High. All right, and it says in the book of Sirach, the 7th chapter, and the 26th verse, it says, "My son, hast thou a wife?" According, it says, "Give not thyself over to a light woman. Thou hast a wife according to thy mind." It says, "Give not thyself over to a light woman." All right, now delving into this topic here, many times as a man, you have to know what you got. What you have. Here it is. Many times you've seen good, good, good women, get mistreated, if you will, and not taken for not taken not held in the regard that they should. Because here it is, if you got a good woman, that's a gift from the Most High. And I seen like my grandfather, shit like that. He had a good woman, ended up fucking that up for himself. Because a lot of shit is not always on you. I mean, it's not always her fault. Sometimes be a man that fuck up shit with the woman. So when you have a good woman, you take care of her, and you give. The scripture say, "Give honor to the weaker vessel." So here it is. Us as being under the curses, Jake don't know how to appreciate a good woman. Our people they don't know how to appreciate a good woman, and a lot of times you end up, fucking up a good thing, because of your pride or because of your ignorance, man. You can have a good little thing, um, and you end up tearing that apart, based upon your own stupidity as a man. So you got to take accountability, and that's what the scripture is saying. Give not thyself over to a light woman, because here it is. You could be. Now the scriptures say you can have many women, but on this side, a lot of times, you might leave a good woman, whatever. You might get tired of her or whatever. This and that, boom, boom, boom. Which they're not easy to deal with at the end of the day, but you could see the grass greener on the other side. Oh, look at that, boom. There's other women, right? Boom. But you end up losing one that was actually good. Instead of cherishing that, and building upon it. Here it is. You let yourself go for a bitch that's more freakier or something like that. Because here it is. That's how a lot of stuff happens. Through the through sex and all this shit. Here it is. You get tired of your girl and this and that, and you gotta step back and look at the bigger picture, man. That's why I scripture say, "Desire her not for pleasure," because a lot of times y'all end up messing up good things, man, based upon some lust, based upon you just thinking with your rod, you're not being spiritual, you're not being you're being carnally minded, Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, you can have many women, but you gotta pick and choose. All things are not expedient for you, It's not expedient for you, in these times, for you to just be dealing with the pleasure aspect of everything, you know. See, because again, it's all about the lust in this world. It's all about the lust. So, when you've been with your woman for some time, then you start seeing flaws in her and shit. But you gotta see the good side of her. That's why the scriptures speak about you taking on another woman. You can't decrease her raiment. All your women supposed to be treated the same. Um, and they're all supposed to be according to your mind. So here it is. If you give yourself over to a woman that's not, you know, with your program, here it is. You might neglect the first wife. The scriptures speak about not neglecting the first wife. All right? Because man might get another woman. Here it is. That's one of those fears that these women have. That's why they don't really like y'all having these women like that, because they think you're gonna neglect the first one. But you see, that's a little boy thing. A man know how to deal with many women, many personalities, man. All right. That's why you're supposed to be a man of experience. That's why a woman loves men of experience, because they know how to deal with many women, many races, spirits. They've been through fucking situations and shit like that. And that's why in the ancient world, your husband was more than likely older than you by at least a decade and a half, at least 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and he was like your father and your husband. Okay, so at the end of the day, this Israelite thing of ours is not just about, just you getting a bunch of women. When you got these women, they're like your property. All right, scripture speak about good land. In Jeremiah the 3rd chapter, when you got a woman, you gotta cultivate the land. You gotta tend to her. That's why the scripture say in Deuteronomy, I forget exactly where it is, around about the 20th chapter, it speaks about a man taking a woman and not being able to go to war because he has to dress for a year. He had to take care of his woman, get her pregnant, this and that, boom, 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 right? So you you gotta cultivate the field. You gotta be there for your woman. You can't be a deadbeat asshole. Just because you're an Israelite. You're in the truth. You have to take care of all aspects of business. So if you have a good woman, you got to tend to the woman. Yes, at the end of the day, we have our responsibilities. How about you outside first and foremost? But the Lord also spoke about balance and everything. Okay, the Lord spoke about balance. All right, the Lord spoke about a balanced approach to life. So a good life, would be with a woman that's according to your mind. The Lord sends us women. The Lord sends us women. And when you deal with your woman, it's like you're dealing with Israel. It's like you're dealing with the nation. That's how I look at it. Because your woman, all right, your woman is a reflection of you as an Israelite, as Israelites. Like the way that she came in. Like if you met her, whatever, when she was in the world, here it is. You teach her according to the scriptures, and you mold her according to the truth, and she ends up becoming like you. So, that's actually a gift from the Most High, man. A woman that's a spiritual woman, that's a gift from the Lord. So, and the Lord, He ends up sending you women and then the Lord look at you how you deal with them, and then He multiplies you, increase you with more women. Because at the end of the day, that's how it works. That's how Solomon was. Solomon, he had his women, but his concubines end up destroying his heart. But his women was under his rule. That was his property, But the kingdom of heaven is going to be in a perfect form, because, we're never going to go off. But here it is. His concubines turned his heart away from the power, had him building up statues and shit to the other gods and this and that, But when Solomon was in his kingdom, he had many women, and his wives were according to his mind, But here it is, his concubines seduced him and things of that nature. All right, but all things are written for our learning. So you learn from Solomon and the mistakes. You learn from Adam's mistakes. You learn from your forefathers, your daddy, your grandfather, and all this shit, and you see how they fucked up things with women. You know, you see how you fucked up things with certain women. Like here it is. It's not always on her. Sometimes you gotta look at yourself and shit. You fuck up shit a lot of times, man. All right. Sometimes it's you, and that takes maturity, man. You gotta go through fucking heartbreak. You gotta lose good women. You gotta gain good. Hey, that's how you learn, man. That's how you learn. And the Lord put you through situations with women. He put you in situations with brothers and all so you could learn, man. So you could learn how to deal. Because you're being brought up as shepherds on the earth, man. Kings, gods on the earth. So the Lord got to groom you in the way of righteousness. On how to deal with a marriage. How to have patience. Marriage all about suffering, man. A marriage all about suffering, man. You got to suffer with your woman, man. All right, she goes through shit. You go through it, man. You go through shit. She goes through it. Here it is. It's not always all about you. It's not always about you, man. Sometimes the Lord put you in her life to watch over her too, because she's a daughter of Zion too. That's how the Spirit's not always about you, man. Sometimes, and that doesn't make you no motherfucking simp. That makes you a man. All right, here it is in this world. If you show your girl some type of fucking love, now you a fucking simp and a weirdo. And your own people will look at you like some fucking weirdo. Nah, man, you're being a fucking man, bro. You're supposed to take care of your fucking woman, bro. Here it is. That's a problem in this world, man. Oh, you love your women and shit like that. What's wrong with you? This is your people. That's why your people hate yourselves, man. Your people hate themselves, man. They see you with a black woman or something like that. Oh, nigga, you wicked and shit. You see that it is what it is, brother. This world is fucking evil, man. All right, where the love of many is waxed cold. But the Lord said that we should be fruitful and multiply as a people. And the Lord told you about the union of the family. All right. So when Israelite man and Israelite woman is together, that's a spiritual thing, and everybody hates that. The nations, the demons, everybody hates that. When they're joined in a union in the spirit, you know, everybody hates to see that, because that's like a preview of the kingdom. That's like a preview of the kingdom. That's why them demons be hopping on, these people, their families and shit. They don't want to see them together. Here it is, the tribes. They be, you might bring home a black dude. You're a Latina woman. You might bring home a black dude. Your mama be like, nah, what the fuck? Yeah, that's a demon, man. They don't want to see y'all together. If you got with a white dude, they'll be happy. Oh my God, yeah. Everybody will be fucking jumping up for joy and shit. Because that's these demons that's on these people, man. But anyways, the tribes is coming back together, and the Lord says, show yourselves men. All right. Okay, the Lord's gonna send you women, and you have to show yourselves men with them. All right. All right. Here it is. The scriptures speak about being a lion in your own house. Matter of fact, let's get to that. Now that's on my mind. Speak about a lion in your own house, because here it is. Sometimes you got to discipline your woman and your kids, shit like that. You have to. But it's balance to it too. The scripture says, "Spare not the rod from the child." But it also speaks about being a lion. Everything's about balance, man. It's all about balance. At the end of the day, everything's about a balanced approach. All right, and dealing with a woman is like balance. You gotta have much patience. And you gotta understand that she's simple sometimes and shit like that. But you can't throw a good woman away just like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cherish a good woman. It says Sirach 7 verse 26. All right, has thou a wife after thy mind? That's like you. That's on that wants to serve you. That's she might have her shit at the end of the day, but when your woman's after your mind and things of that nature. All right. It says, forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. Honor thy father with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Right. So the scripture says, be not a lion in your own house. All right. It says Sirach 4:30. Be not 29 says, be not hasty in thy tongue, and thy deeds slack and remiss. It says, be not as a lion in thy house, nor frantic amongst thy servants, and let not thine hand be stretched out to receive when thou shouldest
And shut up when that shit is repaid. All right. So be not as a lion in that own house. But yeah, you have a good woman, you gotta learn how to deal with her, how not to fuck it up because you might end up fucking up benefits for yourself, fucking up situations, money, time spent, all kind of shit by just being hasty, you know, calling it quits too late, not knowing how to navigate the relationship and shit, how to lead your household. There's a lot of things that that men need to examine themselves about. You got your kids in the mix. You know, you got houses, apartments. You got commitments and shit. Between each other. Here it is. The divorce rate is at an all-time high because these people don't know how to deal with each other. But yes, the woman is all fucked up, but here it is, the man, too. It's not only them, but you men out there too. A lot of you have had good women that actually care about you, treat them like a piece of shit. You know, you treat them like a piece of shit, and then you end up with some demon. You know, and you end up with some demon Jezebel. You know, they actually don't give a damn about you, but she probably give it to you better or some shit like that. It's not all about that. It's not all about that, man. It's not all about the sex. It's not all about the fucking outward appearance. Sometimes you might look at the girl. She may not be the most dainty thing in the universe, but she got a sincere spirit. You gotta look at the spirit, man. She actually care about you. She actually give a damn. You know, she's there for you. She's loyal. There's other characteristics, man, more important. You know, than what the fuck she look like. Every day when she wake up in the morning and shit, you expect her to look like some runway pageant model. The Lord didn't. He more than likely when you examine these different brothers out there, they're not gonna have like some runway model as a wife on this side. It's not gonna happen. But the Lord's gonna the Lord, that's besides the point. And the Lord's gonna turn them back into perfect deity, dainty things. You know, when He beautifies the Israel, right? Us and them. So at the end of the day, that's just vanity on the outward appearance. The scripture say, "Desire her not for pleasure," because more than likely, and you've seen this in your experience when you deal with these women. You know what I'm saying? The finer and the more sexy the girl is, whatever the case may be, on the outward, the more than likely she's more vain and empty inside and all this kind of shit. I'm not saying you're gonna give some wildebeest or something, but you know what I mean. It's not all about that. It's not all about that. So it says, what is this at? Stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Yep. Sirach 25 and verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. All right. Desire her not for pleasure. Why? Because that leads to you making fucked up choices when it comes to these women. It just is all about it's all about a couple moments of pleasure, and then at the end of the day, catching all kind of hell with the demon. So the scripture speak about a holy woman. You know, okay, a holy woman, and brothers have actually been given holy women. So the Lord gave them to you for your for your rest. It's a pillar of rest, but she's also for you to watch over. For you to watch over their because it says in Isaiah 4:1, take away their reproach. As they happen to be daughters too, even though they're not they're not men, but they go back to Israel, so they're daughters. So it says First Peter 3 and verse 1. It says, likewise, you wives be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they might also without the word be won by the conversation of the wives, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, whose adorning let it not be but outward adorning or plaiting of the hair and of gold or wearing or putting on of apparel. Right? Because when you deal with these regular bitches, they're all about you buying them stuff, the outward appearance. If you ain't buying them this and that, they ain't fucking with you like that. They ain't picking up the phone. So some. If you have a woman, she ain't really too materialistically driven. She's satisfied with with not, I won't say the bare minimum, but you know, the she's not into all this extra trinkets and all this other shit. That's a good characteristic. You gotta look at your characteristics of your woman, man. If the bitch is always a materialistic, she's always about the glitz and the glamour and the outward appearance, you shouldn't really be, you know, that's probably not a woman that you should be around. You know, so the holy women, it tells you that their fourth verse says, "Let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of the Most High a great price." It says, "For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in the Most High adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as you do well and not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, your husbands dwell with them according to knowledge, because you got to know how to deal with her, you know, and you got to know when you got a good thing and how not to fuck it up, you know, and how to deal with it. So deal with them according to knowledge, because it's not just about you digging and thrusting, you know, and humping and bumping off in the night, you know, and then boom, you know, you get her pregnant, then you leave her ass for 3 years. That's why the Lord spoke about the marriage, you know, because here it is, you know, everything is just terrible right now. Here it is, you know, you're just bumping and grinding off in these women. Then here it is, another dude comes and bumps and grinds in her. And then it's just a cycle of madness. Then you got some other nigga raising your kids. Then you raising up some other niggas' kids here. And it's just madness, all kind of madness, man. You know, but when y'all in the actual marriage relationship under the scriptures, you know, things are done in order. And it's for her good and for your good as well. Because you get yourself a good woman, a virtual woman, and she got herself a man of understanding, which is a rare thing. You know, she ain't got herself no fucking pimp. You know, she actually got a man that goddamn care about her. You know, and and then you know y'all bring forth the offspring of the nation and boom. But here it is in this society, you can't do that because you know everything because there's no knowledge, there's no understanding, there's no reasoning. You know, amongst these people. So likewise, ye husbands, first Peter 3:7, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. There you go. Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered, right? Yeah, because you and your woman gonna get up out of here together. You know, she gonna be saved through you. She gonna be saved through you, yes. But you know, the Lord's gonna bring her along, man, because she been doing things for you. She's been taking care of the Lord's servants, you know. She's been you know, these women that get attached to you, brothers, you know. That's why it says that you are heirs of life together. That's why it says that, because that's why she's supposed to be with her men, because you know that's her job, be a wife, man, not to be a fucking whore and just some like single Beyonce bitch out there. You know, her job is to serve the men of Israel, but you know, it's all kind of confusion and shit like that in this world. You know, that you know, under the curse. So, but in the kingdom, you know, she'll go back to being what she is. But here, you know, if you do have something as rare as a good wife, you know, you gotta put it into perspective, you know, into context. You gotta take it and step back, and be like, look, bro, you got a good woman, man. You know, how many men out there would have a good woman? That's rare. A lot of brothers are single by themselves, you know, this and that, you know, and here it is, you know, you brothers that have that, you know, you gotta cherish that as long as you have it. You know, and she gotta cherish you with y'all both, you know, because here it is, you know, yes, you know, you may be greater in value than her, but you know, y'all both have y'all lots, and y'all both, you know, are valuable in the eyes of the Lord. You know, so y'all supposed to take care of each other as the Lord prescribed. That's why He made the man for the woman for the man, and likewise, you know. So it says, likewise, your husband dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, as being heirs together of the life, that your prayers be not hindered. Finally, be all of one mind, having compassion on one another, love as brethren, and be pitiful and courteous. That's right. Okay, so it's a beautiful thing, you know, when the Israelite woman is not bitching and fighting amongst each other and trying to kill each other and trying to put each other on child support and strangle each other to death. When they actually honor each other in the Lord, you know, it is possible, you know, for them to have a union. under the scriptures, under the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, not under the law, statutes, commandments of this fucking white man, which legalize adultery and all this madness and have open relationships and this and that and all this bullshit. All right. See, we're going back to the way of the West. It's like of the East, not the way of the West. All right. So Proverbs 31, verse 29, it says, many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favors deceitful and beauty is vain. There you go. So I said, desire not her pleasure. Sirach 25, 21. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. All right. So hey man, you gotta give her just due, bro. Look, it's a spiritual thing if your woman is in order, man, because she could easily be like one of these demons out there, man. Like one of these fucking like one of these one of these endless money pits, that walk around. Endless money pit with heat between her legs and shit. That's a damn demon. But here it is, your woman helps you and shit like that. She's there for you. She's not worried about your fucking job, and if you lose it, she's still there. She's there to help you. Hey, you gotta cherish these kind of things, man. And stop looking at all the fucking negatives and shit. As they said, the grass not greener the grass not greener on the other side, is greener where you water it. That you got to build and work on your goddamn relationship, man. You got to take control of your relationship. That woman was given to you for a reason. The Lord don't do nothing for on a random. If you got a woman and she's like in love with you and she's obsessed with you, and the Lord put the spirit on her and especially if you're in this truth, the Lord put the spirit on her to serve you and things of that nature, man, you gotta make it work. Like the apostle said, make it work, right? The Lord told you what the Most High has brought together, let no man put asunder, right? Disrupt, in other words, because the Lord has brought together certain men and certain women, for his particular purpose, because the Lord knows what a brother may need. The Lord knows that a brother may need this at a certain time. I remember when I first came into the truth, I spent like years without women, But I was dealing with, random scallywags and shit. But then after like the 5th or 6th year in the truth, man, Lord ended up sending me a righteous woman, which I didn't even ask for, but the Lord did it, because I thought, damn women all wicked and shit. But the Lord shows you, no, they do exist. They do exist, brother. They do exist. And you see it, and yes, you're gonna go through hell with them, but at the end of the day, you have patience, like the Lord had patience with you. The Lord had patience with you. Your women are a direct reflection of you. That's exactly what the hell you did as the Israelites, man, to him. So it's all a learning experience. It's all a journey. It's all a walk, and the Lord will send you women to walk with you, because the Lord, that's how He works. So desire her not for her for pleasure, or just for the outward appearance and shit. For favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. Proverbs 31:30. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. All right. Give her of the fruit of her hands and let her own words praise her in the gate. Right. So because what her price above the rubies, that's a precious thing, man. To have a spiritual woman, and they do exist. So it says a godly woman is given to the godly man. All right. So a demon for the sinners, man. If you got a demon, that's because you ain't right, man. All right. That's as simple as that. As simple as that, man. It's in the Apocrypha. 26 verse. Sirach 26 and verse 22. It says a harlot shall be counted as spittle. Most of these women ain't shit. They ain't nothing. Just like a rag, you throw around. That's what they are. Spittle. All right. Niggas spits on them, niggas step on them, do all kind of shit to them and shit like that. But here it is. You have a few that are actually worth something. All right. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. It says, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. The Most High gives it to you. But a godly woman is given to him that fear the Lord. So that's another faith booster. The Lord, look, well done, my good faithful son. Here you go. Take you a little fine thing, man. You know, take you a little thing you grab on that night, man. Go ahead, brother. And I'm still gonna give you some balance. I'm still gonna put a couple spirits on her from time to time. You know, she's gonna get her feelings. She's gonna do certain shit. You know, it's gonna happen. All right, but at the end of the day, look at what you got, brother. Look at what I gave you, man. You know, and look at what everybody else around you got. You know, look at what everybody else around you got. They ain't got shit. They got some demon. You know, and you gotta be appreciative of that, man. You know, you gotta be appreciative of that. Sometimes, you know, the curses is on both of y'all and shit. So y'all gonna do dumb shit. Y'all gonna disrespect each other. All right, but at the end of the day, you gotta go back to them scriptures, man. All right. All right. For as the woman is not of the man, 1 Corinthians 11:12. For as the woman is of the man, even so the man by the woman, but all things are of the Most High. Judging yourselves, is it comely that a woman pray unto the Most High uncovered? Right. You know, literally she has to have her hair covered when she's praying, but going deeper into this, you know, she should have a covering. That means you know, you're her covering. All right. And the Lord is going to send you more women to cover over. So the Lord is he said marriage is honorable, man. All right. When the Israelite man, Israelite woman deal with each other in righteousness, you know, it's an honorable thing, man. It's an honorable thing. Okay. It's an honorable thing. So you gotta take consideration, man, you know, on what you do. All right. Being that you have a responsibility, you know. Okay. You have a responsibility when you deal with your woman. All right. So it said Judah 8:30. It said, but the people were very thirsty and compelled us to do unto them as we had spoken, and to bring an oath upon ourselves which we will not break. Therefore now pray thou for us, because thou art a godly woman, Judith, and the Lord will send us rain to fulfill our cisterns, and we shall not faint. Right. So you have women like Judith, man, right, that are back here today, that the Lord's gonna give and appoint to his men, you know, that's going to fulfill, you know, their lots that they were in the ancient world. So like Tabitha that was raised from the dead. Acts the 9th chapter and the 35th verse, and all that dwell at Lydia and Sarah saw and turned on to the Lord. And now there was a certain disciple at Joppa named Tabitha, which by interpretation is called Dorcas. This woman was full of good works and alms, which she did. And it came to pass in those days that she was sick and died. And whom when they had washed, they laid her up in the upper chamber. For as much as Lydia was nigh to Joppa, and the disciples had heard that Peter was there, they sent unto him 2 men, desiring him that he would not delay to come to them. Then Peter rose and went unto them, and when he was come, they brought him into the upper chamber, and all the widows stood weeping by him, and showing the coats and garments which Dorcas had made while she was with them. But Peter put them all forth and kneeled down and prayed, and turning him into the body, said, Tabitha, arise. And she opened her eyes, and when she saw Peter, she sat up. And he gave her his hand, and he lifted her up. And when he had called all the saints, and widows, presented her alive. And it was known throughout all Joppa, and many believed in the Most High. And it came to pass that he tarried many days in Joppa with one Simon the tanner. All right. So yeah, you had women like Tabitha, man. You know what I'm saying? That was spiritual. So like I said, you know, it's not always on her. It's not always on her. You gotta take accountability, goddamn it. Sometimes it's you. All right. Sometimes you being an asshole, or you being a nigga, or sometimes you drunk and you get mad at her for no fucking reason. You know. So you gotta take things into consideration. All right. You gotta weigh all things in the balance. You know, because the Lord sees all things, sees your shit, sees her. You know, the Lord would judge her, but the Lord will also judge you. All right, because the Lord is the ultimate judge in the matter. You know, between marriages. You know, it's not our business to get into somebody else's marriage. You know, that's between them and the Lord. But at the end of the day, you know, um, some of you brothers have good women, and you need to cherish it. You know, But just like she should cherish you, you know, as her head. But but it's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. All right. Learn to water the garden and not to fucking run all over the place. Look, man, you gotta cultivate what you got, man. You gotta take care of your house, man. All right. Her food and her raiment, that shall not diminish. Uh, okay, if you got 2 wives, 3 wives, whatever, you gotta treat them all the same. You gotta give them your time. That's why it's not expedient for you to do all that right now. Because here it is, where our main objective is the scriptures, the prophecies, the work, but it says Deuteronomy, Exodus, my bad, 21 and verse 9. It says, if he had betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. Supposed to deal with these women after the manner of daughters. All right. Yes, we're in America, and yes, they've been with men and all this other shit. But just being in this truth, you gotta be different than fucking Pookie and shit. Her pimp, her nigga around the corner. You gotta be different than all them niggas that she ever met. When these women deal with you brothers out there, it should be a different total vibe than what you see in the world, man. You know, totally different vibe. All right. When she deals with one of you brothers, it's like she's dealing with her father, man. It's because it's a total package. You're not just giving it to her good. You're in the spirit, you're teaching her, guiding her, making sure she's fucking safe and all this other shit. Her mind ain't discombobulated. Because that's like the main thing that you actually in her life for, to be her like guiding a light. Because she's all full of anxiety, this and that, the world, and that's you're her pillar of her rock, if you will. Just like us, we have to seek the Lord Yahweh Shai, as his woman, for wisdom and knowledge, understanding. That's what you represent in her life at the end of the day. So, Exodus 21:9. If he had betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. If he do not these 3 unto her, then she shall go free without money. Right, but in the ancient world, man get himself a woman. Why would he not want to take care of that? Because that's a legacy of his. That's his children coming forth. That's a pillar of rest. He's gonna take care of his woman. In this world, Jake has been brought up to be fucking cruel to each other. Not just the woman to you, but you to her as well. Because a lot of times, the men just be beating up on the woman and shit. Just because just be beating up on her for no reason and shit. Bitch, shut up. You can't be doing all that, man. The scriptures say deal with her according to give her the honor according as the weaker vessel. Matter of fact, again, let's get it. The Lord didn't call us into this thing to be woman beaters and shit like that. All right. The Lord told you to deal with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So you gotta cherish what you got. You got a good man, you gotta cherish the good man. You got a good woman, you gotta cherish the good woman. Because there's a very few good women. They could cook, clean. And they ain't a demon. You know what I'm saying? They ain't a problem starter. All right, that's a rare thing, and you got to take a not advantage, but you got to take what's the word? You gotta be grateful for it, man. The Lord's giving you some good, man. That's rare, man. That's rarefied air. Have a virtuous, rare woman. So the Lord says, prices above rubies. How much you got to pay for some decent for a decent lady. You pay a couple $100, but that's only gonna last that's only gonna last 30 minutes, an hour. But here it is, this woman is toiling with you day and night. Here it is, living with you, doing this, doing that, going through what you're going through and shit like that. So hey, you gotta take into account, man. You can't treat her like a piece of shit. All right. Because then the Lord will turn around and get angry at you. Because that's the Lord's looking at all the aspects of your life, because that's what he's dealing with his elect. He's bringing them up to be kings. So you're being watched on all fronts. The Lord sees your personal life. He sees your when you go out there and teach. He sees everything. He don't just look at one aspect of you. You know, you gotta be the complete package. That's why I did the video a couple days ago. The men of the Lord need not a precept package, because they the complete package. Well, the complete package of you being a father, you know, you being a brother, you know, a son, you know, and you know, the whole package, man. You gotta be good fathers too, you know. Because here it is, the Lord said that he will love you more than your own father do it. Matter of fact, Sirach 3, I'll probably leave it there. Um, it says, is it the fourth? Is it the fourth? Yeah, be as a father. Yep. Sirach 4 and verse 9 10. Be as a father unto the fatherless, and instead of a husband unto their mother, so shall thou be as a son of the most high. And he shall love thee more than thy mother doeth. Wisdom exalted her children, and lay hold unto him that seek her. Right. So be as a father unto the fatherless, and instead of a husband unto their mother, so should I be as a son of the most high, and he shall love thee more than thy mother doeth. Because the Lord, he's setting up the fathers, man, of the house. So here it is, you know, you're being put into what you're supposed to be: a good man, a good father, a good son, a good brother to each other. You see what I'm saying? You're becoming a complete package. All right. And the Lord will love you more than uh, than your own mother doeth. All right. Because he's seeing that my son is a complete package, and I'm gonna give him the kingdom. You know. All right. So, anyways, let's touch on that real quick, man. You know, through spirit. All right. If has thou a wife, Sirach, the 7th chapter, and the 26th verse, has thou a wife, um, according to thy mind. It says, has thou a wife according to thy mind? Why is it not? Has thou a wife according to thy mind? Forsake her not. Don't cast her aside, treat her like a piece of shit. You gotta value it. Has thou a wife according to thy mind? Forsake her not. But give not thyself over to a light woman. Give not yourself over to a demon. All right. So so with that, I'm gonna say call La Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem, Rakak, Kodash. All right, double honors to our apostles, teachers of the great millstone. Peace salutations to the election. You know, so you know, cherish your woman and cherish your husband. You know, while you still got him. You know, so with that, shalom.